Hey, it's Big Game Jame McCarty, sports director at Flag Family Media. We're here now with one of the defensive backs of the Dragon football program, and Gavin Jarchow. Last weekend, you guys were out in Winona. You guys had a tough game overall. What would be your overall assessment of how things went and what you can learn from that experience?
I would say the biggest thing we learned is we got to play together, play as a team, and we got to be better at all three phases: special teams, defense, and offense. We all need to be better.
I've heard a lot from Coach this year because it's been this alternating win-loss type of thing. Get up off the mat. Is there any different kind of mentality or any bit of different phrase that you guys are using, or is it just try and get up off the mat again this week for homecoming?
I would say it's pretty much the same, get up off the mat, because, I mean, it's really the same thing that's been happening. We're lost, have to get up. Yeah.
You don't want to use excuses. You guys were down 3 starters the last weekend defensively. You could tell that you guys were starting to labor after a while. It was a hot for being October, at least around Minnesota. What do you guys need to improve on defensively, though, with hopefully getting a guy or two back this week?
I would say the biggest thing is just making sure we're all on the same page, communicating, especially at DB. That's the biggest part, is knowing what your friend's doing on the other side and just communicating fully.
You also were able to have overall, from a production standpoint, you had a pretty solid afternoon. You had 14 tackles in total. I believe 8 were solo. You're tied with Josiah Boehm for the most tackles on the team right now. What have you worked on in your game to just keep continually improving when your number was called to be able to be a starter now this season and just keep increasing that production?
I would say the biggest thing is just knowing the playbook in and out, knowing my job, so I'm confident when I'm out there and confident in myself to make the play.
Looking ahead now to this weekend, it's homecoming for you guys against Minnesota State Mankato. How are you going about your business specifically to not get too high or too low, knowing that there's all those festivities, you're going to class, there's different things going on, and understanding that you can separate those from what the football game is going to be on Saturday?
Yep. I would say I've been just trying to do the same thing I have been doing every single week: eating right, getting hydrated, getting in the training room, getting right, working out, just doing everything right.
Defensively, what is going to be that biggest key, or maybe a couple of keys, to being successful against a Mankato squad that last year you guys had them on the ropes at their homecoming, and I'm sure they're going to remember that. Just trying to have a successful Saturday.
I would say, firstly, physicality. It's going to be a physical game. They're heavy run. They do pass the ball, but it's going to be a physical game just like last week. We expect that. And secondly, probably just communication, like I said before, just making sure we're all on the same page.